Oh, welcome to Barts Guide, the YouTube channel of my blog bartsguide.com. This is all about teaching you how to set up any online business in any niche. The topic du jour of today is: can you build a business after you're 40 years old? In short, the answer is yes, unequivocally yes. Um, you may seem under the impression that most new businesses or startups have been set up by young hip people in large urban centers. The reality, however, is that most successful small businesses have been set up by people, uh, both men and women, over the age of 40. So, in short, like I said, if you're over the age of 40, setting up a business is actually a pretty good idea. Why? I will give you 9 reasons why building a business at middle age, at 40 years or older, is a good idea. Number 1, you've got life experience. You've seen the world, or a small part of it. Have met many people. Fallen on your ass and pulled yourself together. You know what works in particular instances, how to deal with different kind of people. Or, as I've heard one marketer say, after 40 you've got a story to tell. And a personal story is great for your personal branding. So make your experience a weapon or a tool to build your business. It will give you this confidence to see it through. Number 2, you know time is limited. At age 42, I might not look 42, but I am 42. I marvel how quickly I got old. One day I was 23 playing soccer with my friends. Just like that, I'm a middle-aged man. And as people in their 60s will say, going from 40 to 60 will seem like a short breeze. Now, this may seem a little bit gloomy, but knowing that time is limited will give you more focus. After 40, if you've done your work, you will have less time for nonsense. Well, you will spend less time at playing video games. You will have more focus, meaning you will have more focus for the things that are important, like setting up a business. All this means more focus to build your business. So, knowing time is limited means more focus is more focus on building your business. Number 3, you've got job experience. Next to your life experience, you will probably have worked in at least one job, meaning you will have gained you will have honed your talents and honed your skills. Either working as a programmer or a copywriter or a marketer will have given you a plethora, a combination of many skills you can use in almost any job. For instance, you worked years as a programmer, where you learned both coding and dealing with, for instance, customers or management. All these skills can be combined to setting up a consulting business. Now realize that even the most crappy soul-sucking jobs, like working in customer service or in a call center, will have given you this much needed skills you can use in almost any niche or business. If you work in a customer service, if you have worked in customer service, you will have learned about customer service. And maybe you don't want to work as a call center agent ever again, like me. But you can advise other companies or businesses on how to do their customer service. Because this is a part of business which many businesses still neglect. So, use your job experiences. Number 4, you know what you like and dislike. At this point in time, You will know what kind of hobbies, what kind of activities you enjoy doing. You may have a hobby, one or two, can be anything. I know of a couple of guys in the 40s and 50s who play in a folk band, an Irish folk band. Another who's a great fan of tabletop wargaming. And as I've stated many times before in my blog, a great hobby can be a great niche market to start an online business in. And you will probably also know what you like doing at your job. Maybe you have maybe you love doing marketing or copywriting. So the skills you like doing, you can use those for setting up your business as well. Next to that, you will have you will have an excellent idea what you dislike doing, or the type of people you dislike, or the type of businesses you dislike. Now, I don't want to be too negative, but knowing what you dislike is also very important. For instance, I recently spoke to a young man who started coding, even though he loathed it. Coding can be a great way to make money, but if you hate doing it, why would you spend 1 minute doing it? I know sometimes you have to do some things that are chores that you don't like doing, but building a whole business or building a whole livelihood out of something you hate doing, well, that's just not a great way to spend the time you have on earth. In other words, don't spend time and energy building a business on something you don't like. Spend it on something you do like. And at the age of 40 and older, you will have a pretty good idea of both of those things. Number 5, you've already got a great network of friends, family, and potential clients. Depending on the type of business you want to build, you probably need some leads or potential clients. If you're building a business in affiliate marketing, for instance, this probably won't be needed. But if you're doing consulting or freelancing, having a network can be of great help. For instance, my first paying job I got at a cocktail party, someone's birthday. I talked to a couple of guys what I was doing, what I was setting up, and before I knew it, I had my first client, a guy designing electronic bicycles who didn't have a clue how to conduct social media or online marketing, which are some of my strong points, which were some of the things some of the services I was selling. So, at the age of 40, you will have a social circle you can utilize. It can be anything: friends, family, former co-workers, clients and acquaintances. Depending on the type of business you want to build, all these can be utilized to help you with starting out. Either to get new clients or to get some much needed advice on aspects of your business you don't have much experience or knowledge about. So use your network. And at middle age, you should have at least a small network. Number 6, it will give you a renewed focus and purpose in life. I will give both myself and my father as an example. For me, it took a while before I had a purpose in life. In my 20s and 30s, I always had a job. Even when I was at college, I always made my own money. But did I enjoy what I was doing? Nah. A couple of years ago, I took the time to map out what my skills are, what I wanted to do, what my hobbies were, really to find purpose. And now I do have a purpose in life. Part of that is giving advice to you guys. And now at the age of 42, at least the Well, now at the age of 42, I find that I have the focus and energy I lacked 10 years ago. I feel like I'm 25 again. And now I'm not spending too much time on video games. I like playing video games, but I'm doing more work, trying to give out advice. Same with regards to my father. He's 72 now. He decided to start a management and IT consulting company at the age of 40 in the late 80s, when his company was laying off co-workers left and right. And currently at the age of 72 he's still going at it. He sells a small software package which can be used for small businesses and non-profit organizations. And besides that, he gives out advice to university students he gives out some advice on university students who took an IT course in Utrecht. Even at a late age. Don't what I mean by this, don't let your age hold you back. Setting up a business, building a business will give you a new lease on life. Number 7. You have the resources to take a risk. If you've done your financial homework, you probably should have some resources at your disposal at middle age. Now, I know at the moment economic circumstances in large parts of the world are a bit dodgy, so I don't presume to know that you're even at the age of 40 you will have thousands or tens of thousands of dollars at your disposal, but you should have some resources you can use to build up your business. The funny thing is, when you're trying to build an online business, whether it's consulting, freelancing, affiliate marketing, blogging, you actually don't need that many resources to set up a business. Much can be done digital and online, and for that you will need about $100 to start, a couple of $100 at the maximum. If you don't have the resources at your disposal by age 40, well, you have some work to do. In that case, starting a business is actually an absolute must. But getting a hold of $100, whatever the circumstances, shouldn't be that hard. Number 8. You can work at something you actually love doing. Like I said, with the things you like and dislike, you now can do something you really love. Or there's an old Chinese saying, and you will probably have heard it somewhere, do something you love, and you will never work a day in your life. It's a cliche, but it's also true. So, setting up a business, you can make money with doing something you really love. For instance, with blogging, if you start blogging about drones, it's something you just had an interest in. Wouldn't that be much more fun than working at a crappy 9-to-5 job? Probably is. The last one, number 9. Technology makes setting up a business easier than ever. We're living in a digital age, at least for the last 25 years. Now more than ever, it's quite easy to build up a business. Almost any job can be done online at the moment. Well, not carpentry can't be done online, but consulting, freelancing, blogging, etc. all can be done online. Want to start a consulting business? Set up an easy WordPress site for only about $100 and some social media. Want to start a web shop? The same principle applies. Personally know of 2 separate cases of guys starting a craft beer web shop, both very profitable and successful. Or you can make money promoting products linked to your hobby, niche through affiliate marketing. If you don't know how to build a website or blog, either hire a good web developer or do it yourself. Realize that building a simple website isn't that hard. There are a lot of how-to videos on YouTube which will show you how to build a WordPress site from scratch, from A to Z, in only a couple of hours. When you're just starting out, it will probably take you some more time, but realize it can be done by anyone with even the smallest amount of intelligence. And realize also this. I recently read that in my country, the Netherlands, more and more baby boomers are doing their shopping online, meaning they're learning how to use social media, web shops, etc. So, don't let the technology fool you or hold you back. You can make the technology work for you. So start doing the work. Now, you may be stumping at the bit to get started. There are still some roadblocks to consider when building a business after 40. You will probably know them yourselves. First, you may have less energy than in your 20s. Big fact of life is that the older you get, the more your own body will let you down. Your muscle mass, focus and energy all will become less compared to your 20s. When you could party all night and play a game of football the next day. So my advice in that regard, and something also I like to do and must do, take care of your health. I'm not getting into the debate on different diets or what fitness regime works the best, but do your research on how to improve your health. Eat healthy, exercise, stop drinking too much alcohol. Most importantly, make sure you sleep enough. It's something that more and more people are doing. Getting enough sleep really re-energizes you. Next to that, and that will be the topic of a whole nother video later on, don't spend too much time on negative things. Either negative people, negative friends, getting into debates online about politics. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't have any political thoughts, but realize that the time and energy you will spend on getting into online debates or fights with total strangers on social media is time and energy better spent at building your business, or, well, better spent at watching Netflix at the very least. So, don't be too negative and don't spend your time and energy on negative things and people. Number 2, you're too comfortable at your current job. Particularly now that the economic, economic prospects aren't that great for most countries. I can understand why people will stay at a comfy job, or at least a job that will pay the rent. So I'm not saying quit your job, but realize that almost no job is forever. How do you then set up a business when you have a good job? Well, I would advise on setting up a side hustle at first. This will be also the topic for another video. How can you manage a side hustle next to your regular job? But try to spend some time in the evenings and in the weekends setting up shop, building your business, maybe between 8 or 16 hours a week, depending on the time you can invest. And when you're making some money from your side hustle, well, you have some extra money. And the moment your job will go sour, you will at least have something to fall back on. And when your side hustle is really taking off, you can think about you can think about either cutting the weekly hours you're doing at your day job, or quitting altogether. But like I said, I will shoot a video about that topic on a later time. Number three, family and friends can hold you back. When you're at the age of 40 and older, it probably will be your family that will hold you back. It can be a partner, it can be, well, you may have some kids that are going to college, which you have to pay for. So taking the risk to set up a business where you don't know if you will make enough money to pay for everything, well, can seem daunting. I can understand that. A certain level of pig-headedness may be needed if one of your dreams is to have more freedom and building a business. With regards to your partner, well, it depends on what kind of relationship you will have, but my advice would be to be honest and involve them in your thought process. They may not understand it, but if you involve them and be honest about your expectations, it will be much easier. Now, a toxic group of friends that will be holding you back is something you mostly will experience when you're younger, but sometimes it becomes necessary to cut ties with certain people. You will know the type of people. Also the topic of another video. At my age, I don't have many friends that will hold me back. Most of my friends are very supportive of my ideas. Some of them don't understand it too much. Others are very interested, but for the most part they're very supportive. But I know of other people who are caught up in a group of friends that try to hold them back. So if you find yourself in a group of friends that, well, don't want you to get successful, well, it's time to let them go. But yeah, at the age of 40 and older, you will probably have done that already. Number 4, final roadblock, and the most important, your ego can be a big obstacle. Your biggest enemy when building a business is you. Not the circumstances, not the economy, not your partner, it's you. And when you're older, a big part of you that can hold you back is your ego, especially with men. I'm not trying to be sexist towards my own sex, but men realize that your ego, while it can be a point of strength, it can hold you back in numerous ways. Also the topic for another video, and you can find on my blog bartsguide.com/blog. One of the latest articles is how your ego can hold you back in business and even in your personal life. So don't let your ego hold you back. Don't let your ego get in the way of your success. Now, I've given you 9 reasons why building a business after 40 is a great idea, and 4 reasons and 4 roadblocks to overcome. What should you do? Get started. If you want to know what kind of business would be perfect for you, find my video about the importance. Watch my video about the importance of niche markets. It will get you on the way. If you have any questions, or you want to share your own experience building a business at middle age or older, leave them in the comments. Hit the like and subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video.